Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. So today I am going to discuss one of the most important thinker of modern India. Basically, this thinker is also associated with political science as an optional subject. So this topic, that is Indian political thought, which is also important for your essay paper, modern India, as well as PSIR optional. Okay. So the topic here is, as you can see, that human beings are moral because they are rational, and this is the philosophy, this is the thought which is given by M.N. Roy. Okay, this is the thought which is given by M.N. Roy. Okay, now try to understand the things first. Okay, now human beings are moral because they are rational. Now you must be thinking, sir, that this topic is also looking similar to essay topic. Yes, now past 3 to 4 years UPSC is asking abstract kind of questions in essay paper. Okay, so how to deconstruct these topics, that is very important. Clear? So we need to understand how to deconstruct, okay, decode this topic. So now first we are going to understand the deconstruction of this topic. Okay, now, so when we say deconstruction, human beings are moral because they are rational. Now this thought process is given by M.N. Roy. As you can see here, he is a modern political thinker. Okay, now he is one of the most vibrant thinker of modern India. Getting my point? He is the one of the most vibrant thinker of modern India. That is why, and his role in freedom struggle is also important. Okay, now he started his journey. First of all, we are going to talk about his journey, how he has developed the philosophy of materialism. Getting my point? Okay, so first of all, try to understand, try to deconstruct the things. See, M.N. Roy, he is one of the most vibrant thinker of modern India. Modern India. And he has started his journey from nationalism. He started his ideational journey. Okay. So he started his ideational journey from nationalism. Okay. Now, M.N. Roy, that is vibrant thinker of modern India, and his contribution is also important in terms of Indian political thought. Indian political thought. Now the question is how? How? Okay. Now the question is how. So he started his ideational journey. Okay, from nationalism first, because that was the time period of freedom struggle. So he started with nationalism, and then after Russian Revolution of 1917, okay, his thought process has been transformed. So from nationalism he turned towards Marxism. He turns toward Marxism, and then after Marxism, so from Marxism, then he turned towards radical humanism. Then he turned towards radical humanism. So the most important philosophy of this scholar, this thinker, that is M.N. Roy, it is based on radical humanism. Clear? Now, so as you can see here, okay, the philosophy. So M.N. Roy is considered to be one of the most vibrant thinker. Okay. Now, vibrant thinkers in modern Indian political thought. That is why you can see that he developed his political philosophy from nationalism to Marxism and from Marxism to radical humanism. Getting my point? Now, how he has transformed from, now try to understand how he transformed his thought process from Marxism to radical humanism. Now, let me tell you that in post-Marxism phase, post-Marxist phase, now he experienced two dominant political philosophies. Now, dominant political philosophies were liberalism and communism. So he experienced, M.N. Roy, okay, experienced two dominant political philosophies, that is liberalism, okay, liberalism, as well as communism, and then he analyzed that these two philosophies only fulfill the partial needs of man. These two philosophies only fulfill the partial needs of man. Partial needs of man. Getting my point? As you can see here, that he saw that these two philosophies have only fulfilled the partial needs of man. And that is why this resulted into the formation of a new philosophy, that is radical humanism. That is why this led him to formulate primarily concerned with human life. So he wanted to formulate a philosophy which should be concerned with human life, and finally he referred to as radical humanism. Okay, he referred to as radical humanism. So what exactly radical humanism is? So radical humanism, which talks about, so let me tell you, this radical humanism, okay, radical humanism, which talks about the sovereignty of an individual, sovereignty of a man. So it talks about sovereignty of a man. Okay, so as you can see here, that this concept is based on the sovereignty of a man, and this aims at preserving the integrity of individual. Yes. So this philosophy preserves the integrity of individual in an original form, radical form. Getting my point? So this preserves the integrity of a man in an radical form, or you can say original form. Original form in the sense that means people or man, they should detached from the artificial human identity. That people should detach themselves from the artificial human identities like religion, caste, ethnicity. Getting my point? That is what he said, that people should diverge from all forms of human identity like caste, class system, these things. Okay, so this is what exactly radical humanism. Okay, for example, when child takes birth, he does not belongs to any particular caste. Okay, the only thing is society gives them identity that you belong to this particular caste, particular religion, particular ethnicity. Getting my point? Okay, Remember this thing. So he talks about radical humanism. That is the most important thing. Okay. So basically, there are two important things that we need to understand from the perspective of M.N. Roy. One is radical humanism, and another thing is, for him, everything is materialistic in nature, either ethics or humanism or reason. Everything is based on materialism. Okay, so for M.N. Roy, materialism is not a wrong thing. Getting my point? Now, so according to M.N. Roy, there are three components of radical humanism. So let's see those three components. Okay, so try to understand this three components of radical humanism. Okay, three components. Now, what are those three components of radical humanism? So those three components are, first one is reason. First one is reason. Second is freedom. And third is ethics or morality. These three are important things. So when we say reason in this world, people and society, okay, they are different in nature. Their characteristics are different, diverse in nature. Getting my point? So reason is the most important thing. Getting my point? Reason is the most important thing, as you can see here. Okay, that reason. So given the diversity in nature, so this characteristics of people, that is why M.N. Roy, rationality. Okay, so his rationality as the unifying element in every human being. That because of rationalism, people are united. Okay, rationality is the most important thing. Okay, now why people are united? Because M.N. Roy is trying to tell us that it is the reason that in every human being which becomes the basis for human solidarity. That means for M.N. Roy, reason is the basis for human solidarity. Okay, why? Because every human is rational. Every human is rational. That is why M.N. Roy is saying that reason is materialistic in nature. Reason is what? It is materialistic in nature. Materialistic. Why? Because this reason is developed as a result for human struggle for survival or existence. So people develop reasons for their struggle of survival or for their existence. Getting my point? Now if you see, I just wanted to tell you one example. Now if you see modern India, which starts from 1757 then till 1947. Now it can be divided into two phases, 1757 to 1857, first phase. Here you will see the struggle for existence. Struggle for existence. And here you will see the struggle for independence from 1857 to 1947. Struggle for independence. Getting my point? So here is struggle for existence. That means 1757 to 1857, people were not unified. All the population, okay, they were struggling for their own existence, for their own survival. But in 1857, when the Indian population was defeated by British, then they developed a reason Okay, and then they got unified, and then you will see that the formation of political parties. That is why a sense of nationalism came here. Nationalism, that means, okay, let's get unified for one nation against the common enemy, that is British. Okay, so this is just because of reason. That is why reason is materialistic in nature, not spiritualistic, according to M.N. Roy. Okay, because it has developed as a result for the human struggle for survival or existence. As you can see here, because of struggle for existence, struggle for independence was started. Getting my point? This is just an example. Okay, now, so first component is reason, another component is freedom. Now freedom is the most important objective of radical humanism. Okay, so it is the ultimate objective of radical humanism. So freedom is very important because freedom, okay, freedom started from the human struggle. So M.N. Roy says that freedom emerges from the man's struggle for self-protection, for reproduction, for their survival. Okay, so we obtained freedom from the struggle for existence, for our self-protection. Okay, we are fighting for our survival. So from where this freedom was emerged. That is why freedom means what? Freedom means that freedom from all source of fear and insecurity. Freedom from all source of fear and insecurity. That is what exactly the freedom is. Freedom does not mean only right to freedom of speech and expression, voting rights and all. No. In real sense, the freedom is freedom from your fear and insecurities. Okay, so this could be economic freedom, political freedom, social freedom, anything, religious freedom also. Getting my point? Then the third thing is ethics or morality. So M.N. Roy says that when reason is applied in social life, then it becomes ethics. When reason is applied in social life, then it becomes ethics. Clear? So what is ethics? Moral values, morals are individual values. Ethics are social values. Morals are individual values. Ethics are social values. So in this sense, we can say that ethics is also materialistic in nature. Getting my point? That is why M.N. Roy is trying to say that materialism is not unethical in nature. It is ethical in nature because ethics also developed from reason. Reason itself materialism. Reason itself materialistic in nature. Getting my point? And as well as ethics is also materialistic in nature. That is why materialism is not unethical in nature. So in this way we can say that M.N. Roy is trying to justify the materialism and materialistic approach. Getting my point? Through his philosophy of radical humanism. And on the other hand, if you see the father of political philosophy, Plato, he is totally different from M.N. Roy. Okay, because for Plato, idea is real, matter is not real. Okay, he talks about spiritualism. Okay, that idea is something, reason is something which is beyond the world. So Plato's thoughts are spiritualistic in nature and M.N. Roy's thoughts are materialistic in nature. So this is how you should understand the topics for your essay as well as PSIR optional. So this is the question in your PSIR optional syllabus. Getting my point? M.N. Roy is one of the most important topic in your section A of paper 1 that is related to Indian political thought. Getting my point? So those who are planning to prepare for your PSIR optional course, so they can enroll themselves, okay, through this number, okay, which is 9606 9000005. Okay, and you can also log on to www.legacyis.com. Okay, So enroll now fast, and then let's begin with the most important thing, that is the PSIR world, which is very important for your optional course. Thank you so much.